What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Livin In Lex, where today I've got a little bit of a different topic for you, and that's how to sell your home in Lexington, Kentucky. Most of the content that I make on this channel is about Lexington and the Lexington area and relocating to Lexington, but I think it's important to talk about selling your home in Lexington too, because some of you that relocate here may sell your home at some point. Some of you that watch the channel I know are Lexington natives, so I want to be sure that I provide all the information that you all may need, especially considering that I'm a local Lexington native and real estate agent. With that being said, before we jump into my tips to selling your home, and this will apply to you if you're thinking about selling through an agent, if you're thinking about selling for sale by owner, but if you are thinking about selling with an agent, be sure to reach out to me. I'll leave my contact information below. Feel free to text, call, email me at any time. I say it on all videos, but I really do love it whenever you all reach out from the channel, and I'd love to be able to help you with any real estate needs or questions that you may have. Now, let's jump into talking about selling your home here in Lexington, Kentucky. The first piece of advice that I can give you on selling your home in the area is to prep your home. Say prep your home, that means doing the maintenance that a home may need, taking care of all the inspection items from when you purchased your home back a few years ago, repairing those. That might mean touching up some paint in some areas. It may even mean making a couple of upgrades to make your home look really, really nice. If you got some old carpet in rooms, maybe replace it with a newer carpet or a luxury vinyl plank, which is probably one of my favorite kind of flooring types because it looks like a real wood and it's not a real wood and it's very durable, being scratch resistant and waterproof. Besides all of those things, whenever I'm taking buyers through a home, the biggest things that they want to see is that the home has been well maintained and is clean and has been loved on. If you haven't loved on your home, then why should you expect someone else to love on your home too? If it's dirty or smelly, stinky, doesn't look like it's been taken care of, then the buyer, prospective buyer for your home, won't want to do the same to it either. Doing necessary repairs, maintenance, and cleaning on your home can go a long way. It may actually get you thousands of more dollars than if you had just done nothing to your home at all before you put it on the market. This next piece of advice that I can give you is probably the most underrated and most underutilized piece of advice that people don't take advantage of, and it could go so far in selling your home for top dollar, and that's to have professional photos and maybe even videos taken of your home. I'm amazed every day whenever I search through all the new homes hitting the market by how many people just take pictures of their house through their iPhone or something like that. And let me tell you, if you don't think it's obvious, you're probably wrong, because it's usually pretty obvious whenever the photos aren't professionally done. My favorite thing to do is scroll through the pictures and see somebody take a picture of a bathroom or something like that, and you can see them taking the picture in the mirror, or they're holding the phone around the corner taking the picture as if nobody sees it, but you do see it. Besides it just looking a little bit silly, what is the number one thing that's going to bring someone into your home and draw them in? It's the pictures. If they don't like the pictures and they aren't even interested after the pictures, guess what? They're probably not even going to schedule a tour to come and see your home. A couple $100s can go a long way in listing and marketing of your home, and that's something for me whenever I sell a home as a listing agent. That's something that I pay for out of my commission. So if you use me as a listing agent, it's something you would never have to worry about, and it's an expense that I would have to take care of. But if you choose to do it on your own, highly recommend getting professional photos and maybe videos done, like I said, of your home, because it can go a long way. Another huge piece of advice that I can give you is to price your home correctly. A home that's priced too high might sit on the market for a long period of time. It may look like it has an issue other than it being just priced too high, and then you're going to get lowball offers, and you're probably going to come nowhere close to the number you wanted originally, and it's probably going to go for even lower than what it should have sold for. Pricing your home too low, on the other hand, can mean that you might leave money on the table, and if there's not enough interest that's generated by it, and it's priced really low, and someone puts in an offer that's low too, you might leave some money on the table. So when it comes to pricing your home, what I like to do when pricing it is to price it right at market value, right where everyone's looking, right where it might go for, especially in this hot market. But if I had to lean a little low or a little high, I'd lean a little bit on the lower side all day, every day. Listing a home a little on the low side is going to bring in the most amount of people that are interested in it. And in this hot market, it's also going to bring in the most amount of offers possible. I would much rather list it a little low and have buyers bid me up and tell me what they think it's worth. Because guess what? If you list a home at $300,000 and they think it's worth $200,000, then your buyers are going to offer you $200,000. But if you list a home at $300,000 and buyers think it's worth $400,000, they're a lot more likely to give you something closer to $400,000 because they think someone else might do it before them. Go a little bit lower if you have to. Let buyers tell you what your home is worth and let them bid the price up. Be flexible and transparent with everything that you do in regards to selling your home. If you need a post-occupancy agreement, meaning you need to stay in the home for a little bit longer after you sell it, then ask for a post-occupancy agreement whenever you go to sell it. If you want to keep something in the home that might usually stay, like a refrigerator, be sure to say that whenever you initially sell it. Buyers really appreciate whenever you're fully transparent up front and you have all expectations set right from the beginning. It's really, really difficult as you get to the middle or an end of a transaction whenever your seller or buyer asks for something new just out of the blue that no one was expecting before, because you might not be able to accommodate that person that far into the transaction. So be sure you say everything that you need up front, especially whenever you're talking to your agent, whether that's me or another agent in the area. Be sure to tell them everything so that they can go in with a clear picture, get top dollar for you, because some of your needs that you have while selling your home may actually affect the strategy that an agent will use to sell that home. So be sure you tell us agents everything so that we can get you the best strategy in selling your home. One of the biggest things, and probably one of the biggest things that I do as an agent, is remove all emotion out of the transaction. It is so tough to remove emotion from a transaction, especially whenever you're talking about a place that you lived in for 5, 10, 20 years, that grandma lived in, that dad lived in, whoever lived in it. You've probably spent a big portion of your life invested in that home, either emotionally or in time. So it can be a really big deal, and it can be really hard to remove emotion from the transaction. I can tell you that high and strong emotions in a transaction don't usually do any good, because we all get attached to our homes and we all think it's worth a lot of money. You really have to listen to the advice of your agent, what other people are telling you that it's worth. Like I said, buyers will tell you what it's worth, an agent will tell you what your home is worth. Listen to the advice and the feedback that you're getting and take the emotion out of it, because it's a real estate transaction at the end of the day. And if you're working with an agent like myself, I'm really, really good at going to the other parties and removing any emotion that my buyer or seller has about the transaction, which is really important for us as agents to do that. So if you are a seller or a buyer that I work with and you have a lot of emotion invested in a property, as you probably should, because it is a large purchase and it does consume a large portion of your life and what it consists of. So there probably will be emotion, and you'll never remove all of it. But if you can remove just a little bit of it, that can go a long way in a transaction. And whatever emotion's left over, I'll be sure to take it out whenever I'm negotiating your deal on the other side. If you take those tips that I talked about and apply them to your home in Lexington or in the areas, wherever your home may be, those tips can really apply to anywhere. You will sell your home for top dollar. Now, there are a lot of other tips that I could talk about here, and there's a lot of other steps and things that you could do to prepare your home to sell on the open market, but I really just don't have time to talk about it in one video. And sometimes what your home may need is different from what another home may need. So if you're thinking about selling your home in Lexington, be sure to reach out to me via text, call, email. I'd love to be able to sit down in your home and tell you specifically what your home may need to get it to sell for top dollar. Leave my contact information below. Like I said, feel free to text, call, email me at any time with any questions or anything you may need regarding your home in Lexington. Or even if you're thinking about buying a home in Lexington, be sure to reach out to me too. I really appreciate you all watching this video about selling your home in the Lexington area. If you like content like this and some of the other Lexington related content that I put out, be sure to go below this video and press the subscribe button and the notification bell at the bottom so I can continue to bring you more of the content that you all love. With all of that being said, I'll catch you next time on the next episode of Livin In Lex.